So, when I was 5 years old, I fell from the second floor of my house. Yes, the second floor. And I wasn't pushed. I wasn't trying to learn how to fly. Well, some people says that I was actually trying to learn how to fly, but no, I don't really think so. And the next thing I remember, waking up from a coma. Apparently, I had been almost a week in a coma, and my neck was broken, my face was bruised, and I had tubes coming out of places I didn't even know existed. Like, I was confused. And then I saw my mom. Then I saw my mom. Wait, hold on. Then I saw my mom, and I knew that I had to do something like to make her smile, because since I was little, I never wanted people to see that I was weak. So what did I did, or what did I ask? Did I tell her that I loved her? No, I did not. I mean, I love her, but I did not tell her that. Or did I ask if I was okay? Like, what happened? No. What I said is, can I have some Choco Krispies? And I know it sounds funny, but I was actually starving, and this is my favorite cereal. It's really difficult to find it here. I don't know why. But yeah, I was trying to be funny for my mom. I was trying to be okay for my mom, because this woman hadn't been sleeping for days. She was praying and hoping that I could finally wake up. And yeah, since very little, I learned how to put on a mask. And it was really rewarding, because seeing my family happy was the best thing for me. We do that, don't we? We pretend we're okay, even though we want to scream for help. We pretend we're okay, even though we want to crash out, or, you know. So yeah, we say I'm fine, and it's a lie. And strength is not equal to silence. And pretending is exhausting. It makes you really, really tired. So I want to ask you something. What if we stop performing? What if we stop acting? And what if we finally admit it's okay not to be okay? I found this quote in an article by Jessie J. It says, "It's healthy to admit you're not okay. It's okay not to be okay. It's brave, but don't let it win. Be sad. Have your moment, your day, your week, then do something about it and be happy for yourself." So why do we hide our feelings? We hide our feelings because we don't want to be judged by other people. We don't want other people to see that feelings as a weakness. Or maybe we don't want our family to see our feelings as a burden or something. We don't want to be burdened. And society teaches suppression. Like, no one in social media is going to post, "Oh my God, I'm so depressed right now." No one's going to do that. Everyone's going to pretend they're okay, because that's what society wants us to think. In fact, 67% of teenagers in the U.S. Hide their emotions. 67%. That's almost 7 out of 10 teens in the U.S. Now, imagine how many adults may be feeling like that. Maybe our own parents. Maybe our own teachers. And buried emotions do not die. These emotions can become anger, anxiety, or emotional shutdown. And they can even come up as other symptoms, physical symptoms like migraines, skin rashes, diarrhea, heart disease. But when we finally admit, and when we're finally emotionally honest, we can have our freedom, because it's better to choose to be seen as messy, imperfect, weak, strong, and human. And that's when we actually find our freedom, and that's when we actually start to heal. But emotional honesty is not just about statistics. It's also about the moments that shake your world. I don't know if you guys know, like many of you guys know, but this is my second year in the United States. I was raised in Honduras. I was born here, but I was raised in Honduras my entire life. And the transition here was really difficult. I've cried a lot of times here. I just miss Honduras. I miss my friends, my house, the food, the Spanish in the streets, my family. I miss the warmth in Honduras. And in here, when I got here, sorry, it felt cold. Sorry. It felt cold. And, sorry. That's why I don't like crying. and maybe a lot of you guys hate crying too, but, yeah. And that's what culture shock is. But at the end, I found my friends here, and I hate crying, I'm sorry. And I feel better now. And now I know how to express my feelings. Now, like right now I cried, so, sorry, my voice cracked. Right now I cried, but that's amazing because I didn't used to, I didn't cry in the past. Now I can tell my feelings. So yeah, I told you, now I feel great. Or like a year ago, I thought that everything was gonna be great. But then I went back to Honduras. I was in a family vacation, and I was supposed to be having fun with my family. We haven't seen each other in a year, and then my mom got a call, and then my dad was in the hospital, and sorry, and my sisters had to flew back to North Carolina. Because they were there. Well, my older sister is an adult; she has her own responsibility, so they had to fly back. And I stayed. I decided to like give up my return flight to New York to take care of my dad. And it was the hardest thing I've ever lived in my life. Sorry. I had to walk him to the bathroom, to give him food, to be there for him. And he was always smiling, and I was always smiling too because I didn't want to, like make him hurt more. And I could see in his eyes he was hurting, because, in his childhood he wasn't allowed to cry. He was forced to be strong. And I realized that I have been doing that too since I was really little. Like since when I was in the coma, I never cried. I never. And that was a really special moment because seeing my dad cry for the first time made me realize that it's okay to cry. And we both felt like we healed something in us that day. And yeah. Anyways, stopping the crying. I came back to Brissia before starting senior year, and I actually started enjoying the coldness in Brissia. I started having fun in the snow. I didn't like the snow at all when I first came here, and now I have fun. I go out with friends, and I learn to feel better. And you guys may be like asking, okay, like my story now, but like how do we practice emotional honesty? Well, it's not just about crying more or oversharing. Emotional honesty is a practice. It's a skill that takes intention. Dr. Brené Brown says that resilience starts with naming emotions. Naming what we feel helps us reduce stress and anxiety. That's called affect labeling. Don't just say I'm fine. Try to say I feel overwhelmed, or I'm scared, or I don't know how I'm feeling right now, but something is off. And your friends can actually help you with that, or your counselor or your teacher or something. But try to label your feelings better. You can also start journaling. I know that a lot of people do not trust their friends or someone else, and I've learned that the person that's going to be there for you till the day you die is yourself. So if you journal, you're talking to yourself, and you can actually start feeling better. And journaling helps lower depression, boost immune system. So start small, but start. Talk to a friend you trust. Reach out to a teacher or counselor. Try journaling, praying, and creating. And being real invites others to be real. That's how we heal, connect, and grow. That's just like the ripple effect. one small change can have an enormous impact. And that's the kind of strength the world needs more of, not the kind that hides tears, but the kind that dares to shed them. So next time someone asks you, how are you? I want you to take a breath and be honest, because it's okay not to be okay. Thank you.